Is Chris Paul going to the LA Lakers next year? That's an interesting question. Andrew, is Chris Paul going to the LA Lakers next year?
I don't see. I mean, how does he get there? Do they shed a bunch of players? Like, because think about it, dude. Isn't Dame
Kuz.
apparently?
Bye bye
Apparently,
Kuz.
oh
Bye
come
bye
on,
Kuz.
Kuz. How
Well,
how
that's gonna
how
happen.
is
They're gonna get rid of Kuzma. They're
how is
gonna get rid of
Kyle?
Kuzma.
How is Kyle Kuzma good enough how is Kyle Kuzma somehow one day he's good enough to get you a return of Damian Lillard, but then another day he's the worst player in the league? That doesn't make any sense to me. Um, does Chris Paul join the Lakers? I mean, he could. I don't see how they get any farther with Chris Paul. I don't see how the Lakers get any farther with Chris Paul than without him. Honestly, think about it, dude. As much as Chris Paul's a big name, but at the end of the day, dude, like at this point in their careers, those guys, they're up there in age, dude. LeBron, Chris Paul, they're up there in age, man. Like D Wade's gone. Like they we're at the point now where their names are bigger than their games. And I'm not saying they're incapable of it. Like I'm not saying they're incapable of performing, but Phoenix, dude, Phoenix is a younger team. Phoenix, look at all these up and coming younger teams, dude. You got Phoenix, you got Denver, you got Utah. Like those are all young teams that are, only going to keep getting better. They're on the come up. The older teams can't really compete with them. I don't see how Chris Paul joining the Lakers would be beneficial for himself or even for the Lakers. He's better off just staying in Phoenix, seeing if they could add maybe another piece and trying to run it back. That's his best bet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how he gets out of his contract. First of all, and like if he was a free agent, I could see him maybe taking like the veteran minimum to go play with his best friend LeBron James. Because I don't think for Chris Paul at this point it's about money. I think it's more so about getting a title. But I think he's built something there in Phoenix, and they have a chance. Like it's not like they could run it back very well. They could very well run it back. This is a young team. It's only going to get better, and Devin Booker's only going to get hungrier. These Cam Johnson, Kel Bridges, all these guys, they're only going to get better. And having weathered this storm, I do think will kind of make that diamond out of the rough in these guys, and really toughen them up for a potential next run. But going to the Lakers, it makes sense when you glance at it, right? Because LeBron and Chris Paul are very close. Obviously, they're best friends, but it doesn't. It just there's no realistic way of it happening. Honestly,
it looks good on paper. I mean, it looks really good on paper. The names, like the big names, all look good together. But it's the same thing with like when you had 2004, when you had that Lakers super team where you had Shaq, Kobe, and then you had a really old Gary Payton and a really old Karl Malone. Like it looks good on paper. Does it get the job done? I don't think so. I really don't know how the Lakers could possibly get any better. Like unless the Lakers add a guy like Devin Booker, like they got to add young guys. They can't. The Lakers are not getting any younger. LeBron's not getting any younger. Adding a guy who's aging like Chris Paul, you even saw in the finals, dude. He kind of fizzled out in the finals, like when it came down to it. So I don't know if adding Chris Paul would necessarily help the Lakers. I don't even know if Chris Paul, like, if he does that, that would just be to take the same route LeBron took, which is go be in movies, go do all that other stuff. But if it's about basketball, his best bet would just be stay in Phoenix, let Phoenix add maybe another piece or two and try to run it back.
Yeah, agreed. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.